Let's see. Is YouTube live? Yes, we are live on YouTube. So let me pull this back up for them just so that the first screen they see isn't X-Arm and they're not jump scared by a trashy anime, and they instead just see this. And then we can talk about anime again for a little bit longer, and then maybe we'll get into the quiz. I told you, as soon as the YouTube stream starts, I'm not going to be doing song requests yet. What's up, y'all? What's up, those at YouTube? How you doing? Mohammed, occult researcher, lame gamer play. What's up, y'all? Ted, happy Easter, by the way. Forgot to say that to my Twitch chat as well. Happy Easter, you guys. I apologize. I missed that. What's up, Y10? I'm happy. Loyal chemist. All right. Yeah, how was your guys' weekend, by the way? Everything good? Yeah, I mean, it is still technically Easter. We got three more hours left. So you can end the Twitch stream with the anthem? Okay, maybe. We'll see. What am I going to talk about? Overlord? Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to out myself here, but what I need to be able to make those videos isn't currently out yet. So I'm waiting for what I need to be able to make the video, because I can't make it unless I have that thing. So it's going to take a little bit longer, and in the meantime, I'm doing a lot of ReZero. I'm finishing up all the ReZero fights and all that stuff. Review Lookism. I don't even know what that is. Is that a good anime this season? Lookism? Here, let's see. Let's do on Netflix. Seems like an old show. 2022. Oh my gosh, we only talk about current things out here. I was about to sleep when my phone what notification at 2:30 a.m. but I got to stay for the quiz. All right. Hey, don't worry. The quiz? Okay. By the way, okay, so everyone who's joining in YouTube, we are going to be doing a quiz to test your knowledge in solo leveling. The faster you answer, the more points you get. And the winner will get, I'll buy them a $50 gift card for Amazon. So I know it's not the usual like merch that I give out, but it's at least something, right? Now, I have done this into 5 sections of 5 questions each. It's going to start easy, medium, hard, very hard, and then I actually have 6 questions in the impossible section. Now, they're not entirely impossible, but there are a couple in there that, unless you're like super attentive to detail, you've read the novel and you know everything about solo leveling, then you won't know it. So it is going to be very difficult towards the end, but don't worry. You can still, I don't think anybody's going to get a single that one of the impossible questions right unless they actually like full on guess. But anyway, yeah, to join, all you got to do is either you go to menti.com and then use that code at the top. You can type in !menti into the chat, and then that will do the bot. Hopefully it does the bot, and then it'll do the oh wait, no, !quiz, !quiz. Sorry, not !menti. There we go. This only includes content up to solo leveling season 2. Only up to season 2. So did I ever do the video on Victim? I did not do the video on Victim, unfortunately. I apologize. New Sister Leveling is out? Okay, maybe we'll watch that towards the end. What's up, Dark Lord? What's up, Fastfire? Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well, man. Let's see. Oh, everyone's spamming. Jeez, everyone's spamming quiz right now. But yeah, just follow those instructions. What's your view on Grimgar? Okay, so I've always wanted to make a video on a Grimgar Fantasy and Ash, just because I think it's one of the most underrated like isekais that are currently out there. And it's probably one of the better ones. I'd say it's in my top 5 of isekai. Maybe top 10 now, but like it is definitely up there in terms of quality and story. I just wish that they made a season 2. I have terrible memory, but $50 is worth it. Of course, of course. Hey, you never know. You might get lucky. Grimgar fan. Wait, so how many people in chat have watched Grimgar Fantasy and Ash? Because if you haven't watched this, I need like I wish I could run a poll on YouTube, but this is quality isekai. This is like if Mushoku Tensei is like a semi-realistic anime for the most part, then this, I wouldn't say it takes it a step further, but it approaches that sort of realistic take on isekai a little bit better. It takes like, you know, it finds like the mental toll and, you know, the actual idea of someone who is just a regular person getting isekai'd, and it's unreal. It's unreal. It is on Crunchyroll. It's right here. So Grimgar, I don't know why they call it Grimgar Ashes and Illusions, but I know it from when I watched it. It was the Grimgar Fantasy and Ash. So I highly recommend. Highly recommend. So what browser is this? This is Firefox. I use Firefox. I know I'm a weirdo, but you know, I've been using Firefox since I was like a teenager, and I haven't swapped since. This one, my college professor actually showed us this in. Wait, Jacob, what class was that? If you had a professor that literally picked this out, handpicked this for your class, I'm very curious as to know what he was watching or what you were studying. No blessings, overpowered abilities, just real struggles in a fantasy world. Yeah, it's amazing. Grimgar is basically in D&D. That is my take from this. Yeah. Opera GX on top. Go back to school for anime studies. I might, Danny. I might become. Actually, I had a guy who was doing. I think maybe it was his master's report on anime, and he reached out to ask me a bunch of questions about like what my insights were on anime itself. And I look back on that as like, I don't think I'm like that big in the scene, but when someone like comes to me as like, you know, an official, not source, but like, you know, someone who can give like insight onto like the industry or something like that, that's pretty cool. Please wait 10 minutes. Still got a shower. Okay, the quiz will start when McPassy gets back from their shower. All right. How you doing, Tasty Tackett? You doing well? There was no season 2 for Grimgar. I don't know if we're ever going to get a season 2 for Grimgar. But here, let's talk. I don't know what anime do we want to talk about. We already talked about everything there was to talk about for Solo Leveling. I've seen a lot of people say that season 3 isn't going to come out until 2027. Do you guys agree with that? Do we think that it's only going to be 2027? I think late 2026. I don't think they wait till 2027. Out of 50 people, 10 stayed. Best semester I've had. Really? 90% girls lecture said no mandatory attendance. Damn. Your bachelor's in English for second language. Huh. Interesting. Winter 2028? No. There's no way that this takes 3 years. I mean, granted, the quality, you'd think that with this high level of quality it would take that amount of time, but Aniplex is a powerhouse when it comes to producing anime. Actually, maybe we might be able to see, let me see, Sword Art Online, my anime. Okay, from Sword Art Online, let's start from Alicization, and then, because, like, I'm not entirely sure what else Aniplex is working on, or, well, A1 Pictures, I guess. But if Solo Leveling's all that they're working on, I guess Fate Strange Fake, but who knows when Fate Strange Fake is going to come out. That shit is never coming out. Okay, but anyway. So, between Alicization and then, so 2018, so it ended in March 31st, 2019, so let's say April, and then this and Ore of Underworld was... Wait, did they do it all at once? No. April, 6 months apart. Granted, for War of Underworld, they probably knew that they were going to make it after Alicization. So they were probably working on it consecutively, whereas that might not be the case for Solo Leveling, right? Fake isn't real. The promo and episodes ones are fake. I don't know. For me, I just think they are very much capable of pumping it out faster than 3 years apart. It's just, are they going to be focusing solely on Solo Leveling, or are we actually getting Fate Strange Fake, or are they going to continue with Nier? Because I know they were focusing a lot on Nier for a bit. But I'm sure A1 Pictures has quite a bit of divisions to it that can work on several anime at once. Check Mashal. Well, I don't know. Mashal Season 2 already came out, and I don't know how many seasons Mashal plans on getting either, but I would assume that when it comes to determining which anime gets made, they're going to focus on the one that makes the most money, right? Well, you need to watch Mashal. I tried to watch Mashal. I went in expecting it to be the same as One Punch Man, but I just couldn't be as engaged with it as I was with One Punch Man. So I kind of dropped it after a few episodes, you know. Do I wear glasses? Yes, I do wear glasses. I'm betting on 2027, but when in 2027 is the question. That seems to be what everyone thinks, but I'm gonna make a more. See, I would say 2027 is a conservative estimate. 2028 is extremely conservative. I don't think they would wait 3 years. And then 2026, late 2026 would be my optimistic look on when they're coming out with this. But one of the things you got to remember is like they got like Solo Leveling was the biggest anime watched on Crunchyroll like over Attack on Titan. So they got to strike the iron or whatever. They got to do it while the metal's hot, you know? And if they wait too long, then you might get into like a Chainsaw Man type situation where, you know, the gap between seasons was so incredibly long that, you know, people kind of like lose their hype over it. Now, I'm not saying that when Chainsaw Man comes back, it won't be popular. I'm just saying that, you know, it could be more popular, right? Because, like, imagine, when was the last time that you guys thought of Kaiju number 8? Kaiju number 8 was huge when it came out last summer, but when was the last time you actually thought about it, right? It's like, there's so many good anime out right now, or that have been coming out and that have been getting sequels. It's like, it's content overload, right? This morning? Shut up. There's no way, Miso. There's no way. Haven't you watched Kaiju number 8 a couple days ago? Kaiju number 8, season 2 comes out in July. Yes, it does. Actually, who's been while playing Fortnite? Wait, does Kaiju number 8 have a Fortnite collab? Keijo? Oh, I love Keijo. What a great show. True, but not announced yet, and the quality 2026 seems rushed. I'm hoping winter 2026-27, but spring 2027 sounds more real. No, definitely. I did not know Fortnite did a collab with Kaiju number 8. That's crazy. All right, who's watching Fire Force, by the way? Is it good? Wasn't season 2 announced recently for Kaiju number 8? Yeah, it's coming out soon. Degusi wants to know if anyone's watching Lazarus. I haven't even started it, but... What do you think of To Be Hero X? Oh my god. I'm glad you brought that up, because To Be Hero X is a jam. I actually was debating making a video on it. I'm not even joking. That's how I fangirled over it last stream on Twitch, and I cannot get over how amazing the whole tone and everything just looks like. Here, let me put the opening song back on. End of episode 1 had me trip. Yeah, okay, listen, it's like, it's part like arcane style and then part, you know, it's just, I can't explain it. It's like half the show is this style, then like more towards the end they switch like animation styles, and it's extreme. This is like movie quality, like Spider-Verse style. Like, do you see the dots here, like how it's comic book, you know, into like how they did it with Into the Spider-Verse? That's, I'm not saying it's the same quality as that, but it's damn near. It's damn near, and it is extremely good. So if you're not watching To Be Hero X, you are missing out right now, because this is like a step forward for, I'm guessing, like Chinese anime, because that's essentially what it is. But it's really good. Have I read the beginning after the end? I have not. I only read up to where the first few episodes have been, but I haven't read the entire story. Although I saw a spoiler the other day on the subreddit, and it made me really want to go back, or really want to see what happened in the story for it to lead to that point. Have you missed the quiz? No. We are still getting ready to do the quiz. I think we were waiting on McPassy to come back from taking a shower, and then we're going to start. So the first episode is free on YouTube in Chinese. Spoil us. I mean, do you guys care about the beginning after the end? Does anybody care that if I spoil a plot point in the beginning after the end? Okay, well, people Fluffy doesn't want me to, so I will not for Fluffy. All right. With how bad the anime is, I don't care too much. Most people are saying, honestly, no, it's blah. I'm only watched episode 1. I'm up to date with the manhwa. Boo, L. Okay, for the most part, okay. On the count of 5, for those who don't want to hear the spoiler, cover your ears. And then cover your ears for 30 seconds, and then I'll stop talking about it. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the panel was his mom looking at him and then being like, oh, you're like you're the reincarnation of a king from another life, and she's like all upset and crying about it. I don't know what led to that scene, that particular scene, but it seemed pretty intriguing, and that's a reaction that I would not have expected, nor a turn of events that I don't think a lot of isekai tend to do. So that was like weird on my part, from what I saw, and it got me a little bit intrigued as to, you know, what they might be, what could have led to that particular situation, you know. So okay, I'm done. We're done talking about that. It's handled realistically well. I liked reading it. You read that chapter the other day? Interesting. But like, I'm assuming it's not that far into the story, so I could probably get there by reading it in like one night or something. What was my first manhwa? Good question, actually. I think it was Solo Leveling. It was Solo Leveling, then Tower of God, but I stopped reading Tower of God because Tower of God just kept going on and on and on. And then I read God of High School, and then I've been told to read The Omniscient Reader, but I never got to that. It's yeah, I mean, I was actually, so I was deep into manga at the time that I started getting into manhwa. I was reading like My Hero, Tokyo Ghoul, all like the basic shonen ones, Fire Force, Doctor Stone, all like the anime that I was interested in before. Yes, I did read Solo Leveling before Tower of God. And guys, let me tell you, waiting for the Solo Leveling chapters to come out before it was finished, that was excruciating pain. Like, imagine every single cliffhanger from Solo Leveling, but they stop mid-fight. Or they stop, like, right in the middle of the fight with Beru. Or, like, a showdown with a certain person. And you're, like, waiting for it to come out next week, only for it to not come out the week after. So it's like, you're stuck with that cliffhanger for, like, a month. Because the mon was on hiatus or some shit like that. It was great, but it was also torture. I don't recommend anyone go week to week reading a particular story they're like super invested in. Mind you, people who read One Piece are enjoy that feeling, so you know you're probably used to it. Sorry, we can't talk about anything that happens later on in the story, Merku, just because of everyone here, a lot of people here are probably like anime onlys. So even the quiz right now, it's only gonna be for season 2. All right, McPassy, are you back? Are we back, McPassy? Are we good to start the quiz? I have not read Lord of Mysteries, but I've heard it's really good, and I've heard that it is getting an anime. So, okay, everyone's ready to go. So basically, menti.com, and then put that code in, or scan the QR code down here, and we shall start the quiz. Let me put on the some. Oh, all right. Also, yes. So anybody can play. It is free to play. The winner will get fit. I'll buy them a $50 gift card for Amazon, and then just try your best. Like I said at the beginning, we are doing 5 sections, 5 questions each, plus one more at the end. It starts out as easy, then goes to medium, then goes to hard, and then goes to very hard, and then goes to impossible. So just be ready. To join, just follow these instructions here with !quiz, or scan the QR code on your phone. Wait, where is the QR code? Here, I can go back. See this QR code right here? You can scan this with your phone, or go to menti.com on your phone, on your computer, whatever you want, anything that has a browser on it. It will work. Twitch is competing to finally beat YouTube for once, because Twitch chat has never once won a quiz before. YouTube always comes out on top, but we shall see. How do we get the prize? I will be buying it, and then for Amazon gift cards, all I have to do is send it to your email. That's essentially how it works. It'll be like a code or something that you'll get in your email. We will talk about it. Whoever wins, we'll talk about it at the end of the stream over Discord. All good, Slade. You do you, buddy. All right, so go to the next one. Okay, we're at 100 okay, people are still joining. Well, I'll give you guys a bit more time. Don't worry. If you need the QR code, let me know. I could go back to the previous slide, but you can also just do menti.com. What's up, Aki? How you doing, buddy? The fact that you can't scan QR codes by using like I'm sure you can actually, like a screenshot app that just does it automatically. But if your computer automatically scanned QR codes, then you would get a virus in about 10 seconds. Like, people would put QR codes all over as ads, and then your computer would auto scan that shit and like download that virus instantly. This quiz covers anything up to season 2 of the anime. Nothing past that. I am not playing the solo leveling game. Why are you feet? I don't know. Wait. Oh, is that you, Warnonoxy? Are you the footprints right there? The 8-ball is good. The soccer ball is nice. It sucks that you can't choose. I feel like you should be able to choose your emote or your emblem. You're the angel, Kaizo. Kaizo. The worm. Does it include... Okay, listen, I was actually going to include one question about sister leveling. Like, how many routes are there in the hit series Sister Leveling? But I decided against it because I wanted this to be focused specifically on solo leveling, rather than, go a separate route that might lead to some answers that aren't necessarily solo leveling focused, I really did. I had it ready. I was gonna put it in the very hard section just because it would have been pretty funny, but there's a few people who probably haven't seen Sister Leveling, and I just wanted to make it a bit more fair. Granted, there are some questions you would only know by reading the novel or watching my cut content, but that's the advantage of watching my content. So Sister Leveling is part of the story. Yeah, it's canon, isn't it? All right, we got 140 of y'all in. Are we good? Everyone good to play? Big turnout. Big turnout here. All right, here we go. I'm telling you, the first questions are going to be extremely easy. I lowered the timer, by the way, just so you know. The faster you answer the question, the more points you get. But I lowered the timer, so being quick is going to be even more beneficial to those who can answer the questions fast. All right, let's get it started. How well do you know solo leveling? Let's go. All right, what level was Sung Jin-woo at the end of season 2? What level? 97, 98, 99, or 100? Giving you guys a freebie. Super freebie. Come on now. Oh no. Guys, who is that? Misclicks? Tell me it was a misclick. Please tell me it was a misclick. Who messed up? Okay, for those who didn't watch the anime, that's fair. That's fair. I respect you still participating anyway. Fire, you misclicked. That's on you, buddy. Don't worry. 25 more questions. Let's go. This is mostly going to be deal with only anime questions, so. All right. Here we go. Next question. How many raids in total happened on Jeju Island? How many raids in total happened on Jeju Island? 2, 3, 4, or 5? Another easy, another freebie. Super freebie right here. Don't worry. Don't worry, you'll also be able to see your standings in the leaderboard every 5 questions, okay? So the answer was 4. Majority of you got it right. I'm surprised. A lot of you put 3. Very interesting. The final raid was the 4th one. I now remember why I hated school. Don't worry. I'm not going to call your parents if you do bad on this quiz. All right? It's no big deal. You're good. You're good. All right. Next question. What disease was Sung Jin-woo's mother afflicted by? Mana depletion syndrome, arcane sleep paralysis, void dream disorder, or eternal sleep disease? Very good, very good. We got a majority. I'm guessing the 4 people who clicked the wrong one probably didn't even watch the anime. So, good stuff, good stuff. That is probably the best question that we'll have the majority vote on. So it is. Hey, yo, you can still listen if you want to still join. You can still join partway through. All right, there's no problem. Granted, you are 4 questions behind, but I promise if you know solo leveling well, the later ones will get a lot of people. I promise. Okay. How do you join? Menti.com. Here, I'll wait for before going to the next question. So we're only 3 questions in. You'll be behind by about 3,000-ish points. But if someone gets the question wrong, then that's 0 points. So it's still very possible to come back. Menti.com, and then just put that code in. Do not worry. Do not worry. Also, it's just fun to participate, right? I'd laugh if there are multiple. There's no way there's a tie because so the timer's a 10-second timer, right? And from 10 down to 0, you'll get a score between 1,000 and 0 depending on how fast you answer. So essentially the timer of 10 seconds is actually a timer of 1,000 to 0. And the slower you take, the more points you end up losing, even if you do get the question right. What's up, Nima? How you doing? Someone posted the URL in chat and code. Oh, here you go. I'll it should come up and then just menti.com and then the code will be there. All right, well, we got a few more people coming in. All right, we got a few more people coming in. That wasted it. They start asking, "Oh, I'm asking for names, all right. Oh, just wait till the later questions. Y'all are going to hate me for the names I'm asking for." Gabriel, what's up, man? Thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. Creepy Nuts is good. They are a great band. I waited for you to finish reading the question. No, just like listen, I'm just reading the question for show for anybody who wants to like watch the stream back, but it's faster to just read the question on your phone or on your device than look at the answers, because I am going to take longer than you could probably read it yourself. And also there's the delay as well. All right. Here we go. Let's go. Next question. Which of these is not one of Sung's shadow powers? Shadow projection, shadow extraction, shadow exchange, or monarch's domain? It is shadow projection. Monarch's domain is also ruler's domain, but translation errors, you know. Also easy. Okay. It's okay. I'm curious to see what the leaderboards are like. The first 5 questions, usually the people in the top 10 might not make it in the top 10 by the end. So it gets very difficult, I promise. All right, question 5, and then we'll get a leaderboard update. What is the cooldown of Sung's shadow exchange skill? Is it A, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, or 6 hours? It is 3 hours. It does change later on, but from what we know so far, no, it's 3 hours. From what we know, yes, from what we know. I told you, these questions are only up to season 2. Yes. All right, here we go. Leaderboard update. Who is in first place? Let's see. Kaizo up there from the Twitch chat. Let's see, but Damn Nilsson up here with a 11-point lead. It's pretty close, actually. Wasabi actually also 9 points ahead. So everyone here got all the questions right, but it comes down to speed. So Nilsson's out here reading these questions super fast and then answering within milliseconds, which is very, very impressive. So kudos to you, Nilsson. Let's see if you can keep this speed up. But trust me, it's a lot closer than you think right now. I promise. All right, here we go. We are moving on to the medium difficulty questions. Things might start to get a little bit harder, but these are still relatively easy. What type of hunter was Sung Jinwoo classified as post-reawakening? Fighter, assassin, mage, or tanker? So when he gets his S rank, what is he classified as? Yes. Initially he was fighter, but after reawakening and when he got his S rank, he was turned into a mage. See, this would be easy, but people sometimes don't pay attention to the classes. Right? I mean, like, granted, you know, you had Goto or Ryuji go around being like, "Oh, there's no way this guy's a mage. There's no way." And everyone's like, "Oh yeah, there's no way he's a mage." I guess the anime did reiterate it a lot. This was probably a pretty easy question, wasn't it? Yeah, this was definitely a pretty easy question. All right. Oh, little hint with the picture here. Is this a name question? It might be a name question. It might not be a name question. But let's go. What is the name of Jinho's father's company? What is the name of Jinho's father's company? Jinyu Development, Beiko Industries, Yujin Construction, or Sunjin Corporation? Yeah. Okay, see, medium questions, easy. Not even a problem. You guys are streaming through this. I'm proud of you guys. Easy. Tarot, I'm surprised you guessed on this one. This is pretty self-explanatory. It didn't show the other two options. Wait, what do you mean it didn't show the other two options? That's weird. All I remember was construction. Well, it's a good thing I didn't put multiple constructions then, because I bet you if I put Jin Yu construction, then a lot of people, more people would have picked Jin Yu construction. Maybe you had to scroll, Radar. If there's a photo, sometimes you have to scroll down if you're on your phone, I believe. Don't worry, not a lot of the questions don't even have pictures, so you're good. All right, next question. Here we go. Who was the final boss of the Demon Castle? Easy. Super easy. Metis, Baron, Vulcan, or Kargelgon? Who? Yeah, easy. Guys, come on. Y'all know this. 0.6 seconds? Damn. That's crazy. These questions might even be easier than the first 5 questions. So, I mean, y'all are killing it. All right, here we go. Number 9. In total, how many S-rank hunters has South Korea had? In total. Out of all of them, how many in total? 7, 10, 12, or 8? This is not a trick question. Not currently, in total, how many S-rank hunters has South Korea had? This is one of the questions you had to read. I made sure to put in total first. So technically South Korea has 9. Actually, no, I can't say anything because it relates to a question that comes up later on. So just know the answer is 10. All right, question number 10, then another leaderboard update. They did make a big deal about Sung being the 10th S-rank hunter in Korea, so that was explained several times. Jeff, you can still join. Also, okay, which of these isn't a dagger Sung has used before? Kasaka's Fang, Night Killer, Baraka's Dagger, or Raphael's Wrath? Which isn't a dagger that Sung has used before? Isn't. Jeff, you can still join the quiz. Don't worry. If you still want to compete, don't worry. You can go to the website up at the top and then put that code in. You're a geek for his weapons, Omni? Okay. All right. Jeff, so you either go to... I'll put it in chat. So you go to menti.com, menti.com, and then see that code at the top of the screen, 29705209. Just type that in, and then you'll be put into the quiz with the rest of us. All right, who is in first? Is it still Damn Nilsson? Bro, Damn is out here answering fast as fuck. Where the difference before was about 11 points, now it's about 100. So Damn is out here killing it. Also, I just want you guys to know, please make... I should have stressed this earlier, but you needed to make sure that your name matched your YouTube name or your Twitch username, because like otherwise I won't be able to like verify and contact you. But we'll figure that out after. We'll figure it out after. It's just a problem between me and whoever the person who gets in first is, because like we got to make sure that someone isn't like posing as the person who did get first, right? So regardless, I mean, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna be honest. I don't see a single person from Twitch chat in the top 10. Twitch, any words from the Twitch chat right now as to what's going on with the performance? Oh, Wasabi's there? Okay, Wasabi's up here in the 8th. All right. Oh, Mystical Leaf out here in 3rd place. All right. Okay. All right. Twitch, still got our hopes up. Yeah, all right, let's see it. 16 more questions. We're getting into the hard questions now, all right? These are going to be harder, but still probably pretty easy. In the anime, How many hunters survived the Redgate incident in the anime? In the anime, how many hunters survived? 2, 3, 4, or 5? It was 4. In the manhwa, it was 5. But in the anime, it was 4 because the anime cut out one of the side characters. So there's only been one Redgate incident so far in the anime. Oh, looks like we're calling a bit of people here. Now we're getting a bit more difficult. The second Redgate was the one at the end of season 2, but that's not a concluded Redgate incident, so. But yes, technically you are correct. All right, next question. Which of these items isn't required to make the elixir of life? Keyword isn't, is not. Essence of the Abyss Flower, Spring Water of Echo Forest, a World Tree Fragment, or Purified Blood of the Demon Monarch. I give you guys a bit of extra time to read all these, so. Okay, this one was apparently really easy. Okay, fine. Y'all paid attention to the ingredients the man needed to make the elixir of life. Kudos. Damn, Nilsson said he was a bit too slow on that one, so maybe room for someone to come up and take that first place position. Let's see, next question. Which of these is not one of the top 5 guilds in Korea? Okay, this is actually going to be an easy one. The Knights Guild, the Fame Guild, the Trinity Guild, or the Fiend Guild. It's not a top 5 guild in Korea. I realized that I could have made this. Never mind. These are still freebies. All these questions out here are freebies. So easy. First guess and you got it right. Nice. Well, Trinity just doesn't even sound like it's a proper guild in that type of setting anyway. All right, next question. How many active S-rank hunters does Korea have? Active S-rank hunters. 5, 6, 7, or 8. We're talking active. Ooh, we got y'all. Oh no. It is not 7. South Korea does not have Hwang Dong-soo as an active S-rank hunter. It is not 7. I'll pull it up. Min is dead. He is not active. That man is dead. S-rank hunters. All right, Beck, Choi, Lim, Ma, Cha, and Sung. Those are the only active S-rank hunters. Go is retired, Yoon Suk's dead, Min is dead, so that leaves only these guys, and then there's Hwang Dong-soo, but he is overseas as an American hunter. So Korea only has 6 active S-rank hunters. This is going to change up the rankings. Now, for the people who got it right, did you actually know, or what happened there? This is... You knew? All right, good shit. All right, here we go. Question 15, then we get to see the remade leaderboards. Here we go. Wasabi. Oh, shit. Okay, that was a close one. I almost skipped this question. That was my bad. Okay, what is the evolved form of Sung's critical strike skill or fatal attack? Critical strike, critical attack. The one that he used on Beru at the end. What is the evolved form of it? Mutilate, rend, sever, or eviscerate? Okay, went from a difficult one back to an easy one. That's not hard. Listen, it's tough to come up with difficult ones without being incredibly difficult. But now we're going to get to the very hard ones. So here we are. Looks like Nilsson been dethroned by Vash Panic. Still only 200 points behind, so that is less than a question away. That is 2 seconds. If he answers 2 seconds faster, then Damn Nilsson can catch up. Same with Jam Soy. Oh, Wasabi's out of the top 10. No. Looks like Vash probably got that one wrong as well then. Now, do we have any Twitch people in chat right now? Any Twitch people in chat? Hey, you guys ever bring me back to school? This isn't school. This is a competition. You guys are competing against each other to win. All right? Oh, Patty's out here too. Patty, which one are you? Your number, Charizard's number 8, and then Patty is... Wait, where's Patty? That's true. Damn is in the Twitch chat. That is true. How it feels to be average. All right. This is where we're in the very hard section now. So this is gonna start to get a little bit tougher. I hope you're ready. Okay. Just like how Cha Hai-in has an enhanced sense of smell, what enhanced sense does Choi have? Every hunter, when they awaken, has an enhanced sense. Sung Jin-woo had one. Cha is just more thing, so... Which one is it? Hey!
Missed you.
Missed you too. Oh, look at you guys. Wow. No. You guys got it. Oh no, Nilsson, not like this. I'm surprised so many of you got it because this wasn't something that you would like consider as his enhanced sense unless you watched my cut content or you read. It's not mentioned in the anime, but it is. I did mention in my cut content. So we're getting into details that are a bit more specific. And he did, if you did watch the anime, you would have recognized that he did hear what was happening during the evaluation. That was like kind of the hint with this one. All right, here we go. Anime only, cut content, and stuff like that. What is Sung Jin-woo's name in the Japan version of the Solo Leveling anime? What is Sung Jin-woo's name in the Japan version of Solo Leveling anime? Ren, Shun, Haru, or Kaito? In the Japan version of the anime, they have a different name. It is... I told you guys, it's going to get a little bit harder. So, there's going to be one more question like this. I hope you're ready. We've talked about it in several streams. When was I told to watch the anime version? All right, question 18. Here we go. Not even a shower helped. What is the rank of Tusk as a shadow? What rank was Tusk when he was first summoned as a shadow? Knight, Elite Knight, General, or just Elite? Which one? This is a bit easier in terms of how hard the questions are. So, it was Elite Knight. He was first summoned as an Elite Knight. This is... Jake, come on, man. This is, for the most part, only anime questions. And then for one more towards the end, it's gonna be a little bit difficult. All right. Okay, well, y'all already know the answer to this one. This isn't even that hard of a question. What is the name of the magic item Sung gives to Tusk to enhance his magic? Easy. Core of Dominion, Eye of Despair, Gem of Powerfulness, or the Orb of Avarice? So someone's got to pick Gem of Powerfulness for me, please. The greedy ball. Yeah. Oh my god. It's a dragon. Okay. Anything that gets wrong should be ashamed of. All right, last question before we get into the impossible questions. Which guild in Korea has the most A ranks? Which guild? The White Tiger Guild, the Fame Guild, the Hunters Guild, or the Knights Guild? Which one? I've talked about this twice in my cut content. 75. Wow, not bad, not bad. Just a gamble. All right, here we go. The leaderboards are going to be flipped upside down, and I guarantee you it's not going to be the same when we get to the impossible questions. So, did he? Oh, no way! Euthemic Dream made it all the way to the top. Oh, shit. Okay, Nielsen's in fourth. Still close, though. Now, Charizard also repping Twitch chat, only 300 points behind. That is 3 seconds on the answer of a question. So, it's a race between, I think Ali and Charizard are tied. Ali's in YouTube chat. I believe Euthemic Dream is also in YouTube chat. And then we got Nilsson and Charizard repping Twitch chat. So, it's pretty close. Gomkrad could come up. Same with Nasty Zero. It's anybody's game right now, all right? One wrong answer, and I guarantee you someone will get it wrong. These next ones, it's anybody's game. Here we go. I'm going to give you 2 hints right now. There's going to be one more name question, so just be ready for that. And then the final question, question 26, you're honestly best just guessing rather than, trying anything. But here we go. How many casualties were there in the final raid on Jeju Island? I talked about this in my cut content video. 96, 100, 106, or 1? How many casualties in the final raid on Jeju Island? It was 96. I mentioned it in my cut content video. 32 hunters and 64 civilians died. You watched the Bitfire? Yeah. 50-50 between 96 and 106. The people who put 1 are the ones who only watch the anime and then occasionally watch my videos, and they thought that only Hunter Min died. They didn't count the Japanese hunters or anything like that. Okay. Oh, a Chahain related question. I wonder. What is Chahain's name in the Japan version of the solo leveling anime? What is her the Japan name? Emi Kisaragi, Shizuku Kosaka, Yuna Kamizaki, or Saki Fujihara? The name that they gave her in the Japan version of the anime. It is a thing. They changed every single name for every character. Okay, that was the last name one of characters. That was your second guess, and I know this is a tough one. But remember, we are in the impossible section of these questions, so I do not expect people to be getting these right. By the way, all right. If you're getting it right, that's like true, solo leveling, even the most obscure facts of it. It's okay, Mythical. Keep going. How many hunters participated in the 4th Jeju Island raid? Once again, this was mentioned in my cut content video. 17, 4,000, 4,801, or 5,622. How many hunters? It was 4,801. Where's the answer? 1? Yeah. Sung soloed the island. Hey, man, they needed the other 4,800 to deal with the cleanup, Okay, we are on question 24. So 3 more questions, 24, 25, and 26. And for question 26, you are honestly best just guessing, okay? No one is going to get question 26 right, so you are honestly best just guessing. But for these ones, try your best. I believe in you. Here we go. Oh, shit. Okay, 24. Which of these countries hasn't completed an S-rank gate? I talked about this on stream. Was it France, India, America, or China? I made a big deal about this on stream, actually. Which of these hasn't completed an S-rank gate? I knew France would get a lot of you. France has completed an S rank gate, and we talked about this in on my stream a couple weeks ago. So, I know I was very surprised when I heard that France completed an S rank gate as well. India does have a national level hunter, which is why I included them, but India hasn't had the chance to complete an S rank gate. So, last question before we get to the final impossible one. Okay, here we go. I think this one should be easy. Which Japanese S rank hunter survived? Japanese S rank hunter survived the Jeju Island. Which Japanese S rank hunter? All right, we're talking about the guys from the Blade Guild. All right, remember, survived, and it was Kanae Tawata. Akari, K got fucked up. He got his mouth ripped off. Akari, she got her head taken off, and then same with Mari as well. This one wasn't that. Listen, this is hard for the people who watch the anime because they don't know the names of the Japanese S rank hunters. So this one was like a very difficult one for them. Especially like if you can't put a face to the name either, then you're pretty much screwed. So, which sad corner did you end up finding these questions? I told you this had to be impossible, but like this one was pretty easy. Now, listen, we're gonna be at the last question. Actually, let's see what we're looking at first. Oh, Euthemic Dream is the only one that got it right. Okay, I need to know who is Euthemic Dream. Who is Euthemic Dream? Are you in? I'm not gonna start the next question. Are you in Twitch chat or are you in YouTube chat? He's in YouTube chat. He's here. Okay. Is Euthemic? Is that your username? Okay, it's sick. Okay, just making sure. All right, last question. I do believe no one's gonna get this right, so you're better off guessing. You're gonna hate me for this one. But just try your best. And here we go. What is the name of the hospital that Sung's mom was cared for at? Seoul National University Hospital, Seoul Ilsan Hospital, Hwasun Hospital, or the Gudo Hospital? Surprisingly, the majority of you got it right, which is ridiculous to think about. That is wild. But I do believe that Euthemic Dream had a big enough lead, so it didn't really matter where it went, because let's see. Who is the winner here? Did Jamsoy get enough points? Unfortunately not. So congratulations to our winner, Euthemic Dream. KTC, if you could message them on Discord, and then I'll hop into the DMs with them after to organize their prize. But hey, good quiz, y'all. Proud of you. Twitch, you were close. Charizard, I had big hopes. Same with you, Nilsson. You guys started out so well, but YouTube destroying you again. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not really, because it's your own fault, but Twitch, we got to brush up on your knowledge. My ADHD cucked me at the end. Oh, I'm sorry, Nilsson. I apologize. When is ReZero Part 3? Well, I'm doing the ReZero cut content starting next week, so don't worry, but congratulations, Euthemic. Let's take a look at the Oh. Did not mean to do that. How do I see the quiz? How do I see the results? How do I where do I see the overall results? Hold on one second. Oh, here we go. My biggest up is dyslexia. Okay, question. Was it too fast, or should I keep it at 15 seconds, or do we do? It was 10 seconds to answer the question. Was 10 seconds enough to read the question, read all the answers, and be ready, or was 15 seconds better? Time is all right. Time was fine. It was perfect. Speed was fine. Okay. Because 10 seconds, 15. I did that for the questions where you had to read like long stuff, but 10 was like, it makes it a bit more competitive where the faster you answer gives you more points, because the slower you take, you're losing way more points than if you were to do for 15. So let's see, 97% correct on the eternal sleep disease. So kudos to y'all who answered that one. And then which one stumped you guys the most? The active S rank hunters was 17%. I think that one got you guys good. Your questions are hard, yo. Lucio Mafia. They weren't that hard. Come on now. Too fast, but if you know, you know. If you guess, you're fucked. Yeah. Can read fast enough. The Japanese of the names. I know. I needed to. I put some. I put those in as like trick questions just to make it a bit more difficult. But I had to come up with this like within the 3 hours before stream. So some of the answers to the questions weren't or some of the questions weren't the most like creative, I would say. But no, given that I came up with the entire quiz today, I would say it was like not the worst. Now let's see. Where's the leaderboard? We got, I don't know why it decided to hide your name, but Euthemic, congratulations again. And then let's see if I recognize any of the usuals. Wolfmeister, yes. Fake AniNews. McPassy. Hey, McPassy, you did pretty good. 36 isn't bad, all right? Let's see. Pazuzler. Oh, Mystical, you dropped so far. You were oh man, from question like 15 down to 25. You went from top 10 all the way to 60th, man. That's rough. That is rough. You don't read answers, answer it, then find your answer. That's smart. That is smart. That's a good, because Charizard's right, actually. When you're, for a tip, when you're doing like anything with multiple choice, think about the question without looking at the multiple choice answers, because if you look at the answers, you're only going to second guess yourself and be like, was it this? I think it was that, right? Wait, Kaizo, you were third? Oh, wait, is that you, Kaizo? Oh, shit. All right. But good quiz, y'all. I'm happy. We got so much participation. That's you, Red? Okay, gotcha. Oh, you finished 46th. Okay. I'll give you a sub to stand if you hop into the Twitch stream real quick. Just let me know if your username is different on here. Yeah, at this point, the only way Twitch wins is if they recruit one of the winners of YouTube, and then have them for the next quiz. Granted, the next quiz is probably going to be ReZero for ReZero Part 2, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see. You might want to just recruit like the winner of the past ReZero quiz, and then we'll see. Okay, now, the reason why I'm doing a dual stream, because I don't usually do a dual stream, is because Weiss Schwartz sent me some Nikkei cards that I need to open. So for anybody who does play Nikkei, we got some signed cards that we're gonna be looking for. Now I'm just gonna get the camera set up, but I'm gonna put this in chat for those who want to see what I'm talking about. Let's leave this on a cool. Oh no, that's ReZero. That's still ReZero. That's still ReZero. Oh, this is all ReZero. Okay, let's go back. Let's stop it here. And then let me go set up my camera, and then we'll open those cards. Keep it on ReZero. The 2.5 anniversary stream. Are you ever gonna? Yes, Lucas. Okay. You know what? When I come back from Japan, I will send out every card that it needs to be sent out because I have been loafing on them. It's been a while, and I apologize. So I will send out the Weiss cards that are owed to everyone who has subbed to get one. Are the cards using the same view as you play the? Maybe. I actually haven't looked at it, so I'm very curious to see what the fan service level is for these cards. I'm pretty excited actually. Where is my USB cord? Okay, let me get my USB cord. 1 second, y'all. Be right back. Okay, got my cord. Let us do this. Oh shit, wait, what the hell just happened? Oh, my screen shut off, okay. Alright, YouTube chat. Quick question for y'all though. Because I don't get the chance to talk to the YouTube chat very often, so what show are you guys watching, by the way? Like this season, are you watching anything by chance? Because I know the season's pretty light with regards to fantasy and isekai, but for oh shit. All right. Windbreaker season 2. Nice, that's a good one. All right, let me. Oh shit. Jesus. Okay, got that. Alright, start this. And then put that. Okay. And then let's do the same thing for here. You guys see me? You guys see my hand all right? Let's brighten the screen a little bit. We good? They'll see. All right, so I just want to thank my friends over at Bushy Road for sending me this, for sending over the Weiss Schwartz stuff. If you do want a chance to pull for these yourself, then just click the link down in the description. It is there. So let's see, what did they send me? We got one box here. All right, yeah, we got a box to work with. Now, normally I open up like Freerin or Slime, you know, the usual suspects. I'll be very surprised if they don't make solo leveling cards. So, but Freerin's mid. Bro, you think that was me talking in the YouTube chat right now? Next time I'm dumping 50k points into YouTube being the winner of the quiz. Twitch, if you want to steal my points, better study up. Oh, big points coming in from KPC on that one. We do it like that. All right, so this is what Weiss sent me in this box. I believe it's 16 packs, I believe. Maybe it's 14. I'm totally sure. I do believe they changed the format, but super excited to open these because Nikkei has some really good collabs. Love the isekai. I don't know if you guys saw the ReZero collab with Nikkei, but they've got some pretty good visuals in the game, if you know what I'm talking about, right? Have I seen the Hatsune Miku movie? I have not. All right, let me. What are these cards? This is Weiss Schwartz. So Weiss Schwartz does actually, let me show you guys, for the ones that don't know, why we even opened these cards to begin with. Let me get the red box. A little box of treasures. So here you will find the reason you pull on Weiss Schwarz. Aside from the game, the TCG game itself is actually pretty big in Japan, but the reason you pull on Weiss is to get these cards. So these are the chase cards. They're signed by the voice actors of this one's signed by Sobin, or actually no, I think this one's signed by the voice actor of Ainz. This is signed by the voice actress of Albedo. You want to pull to get these cards because it's pretty sick to have like a gold signature on the these are the rarest cards. So they're the hardest to get, obviously. Like here's a Shao tier 1. About to go into the air. May not be able to do the predictions for a bit until we get stable. No worries, KTC. Thank you so much. I mean, if you're no need to pay for Wi-Fi because the stream is gonna probably end after we're done with the cards, so it won't be probably only be like another half hour, but you are good. So yeah, I really liked pulling for these. They're a lot bigger in Japan, but they're trying to make them like bigger overseas as well. So like these are all signed by the voice actors of their characters. So this is Veldora, Shion, Himmel, Fern. So good stuff. But it's very rare to pull these cards. Granted, I did get pretty lucky the last time. Weiss sent over some cards to me, streamer luck, but I've never been that lucky before in my life. It's the Japanese voice actors. It's always the Japanese voice actors or actors. They will never do the English ones. At least not that I know of. But if you're pulling for the signed autographed cards, it's always going to be the Japan actors. So if you're getting like a Rem card and you've pulled the signed Rem card, you're getting it signed by her Japanese voice actor. So very cool box. Appreciate this. And honestly, I know the game uses some pretty prominent voice actors as well. So if you're just looking to get the autograph of a famous voice actor or actress, then this might be a good way to do it, right? So this is the box topper. And then let's see, how many do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 12 packs inside the box. This is the new format. Let's not. Are we gonna do predictions? Do we want to do predictions? Usually in Twitch chat we ask whether the last pack will have an RR in it or not. But I think we're gonna pass on predictions for tonight. I think we had a big enough one with Twitch chat versus YouTube chat for the solo leveling quiz. How rare are so the signed cards, each case has, I believe, 24 boxes in it, and it used to be like 18, and then only 3 out of the 18 boxes had a signed card in it. I don't know if that's changed since they upped the number of boxes to 24 per case, but it's pretty rare. It's pretty rare to get a signed card. If we predict if we get okay, fine. We'll do a prediction for a signed card. Will we get a signed card in this box? Yes. No. And I'll leave this poll up for 5 minutes. There we go. This would be super cool if this gets popular outside of. I honestly think the whole battle structure of this game is actually pretty interesting, because the way it works is that you need to set your characters up. You build decks around specific characters, and then you set the stage around that character. So you're essentially putting up one specific scene of an anime, or like one specific stage of an anime against another stage of an anime, and then they fight against each other. It's a bit complicated to wrap your head around at first. Like, even I don't fully understand it because I'm more of a collector than a player. But like, say you're building a deck from Mushoku Tensei, you're gonna build specifically a Roxy deck, and then you're gonna take specific scenes, make a scene with Roxy, and then do stuff like, I'm not entirely sure, but that's from what I understood and from what I played in at Anime Expo. That's what I understood about the game. Oh wow, SR off the rip, Class Clown, and is so. And SR is the second highest rarity after the SPs, which are the signed cards. So to get that on the first pack, that's pretty lucky. Not gonna lie. Now if we get an SR in every pack, that'd be nice. But I hope YouTube doesn't get too mad about some of the designs on these cards. There's certain Weiss Schwartz cards that are a little bit NSFW, if you know what I mean. One out of 6 seems rough just for the signed cards. Yeah, it is pretty tough to pull a signed card. That's why they're so rare. But it's a pretty good feeling when you do. But I wouldn't purchase just to chase the card unless you're like buying in bulk, right? So I actually don't know these characters, but actually I recognize some of them. Like I recognized her from when I played the game during when it first came out. But some of these characters look newer. Snow White, Innocent Days. What I'm curious is to see if they have like more cards like these that are unique, more unique arts, rather than just the base character designs. But they fit well on a trading card design. They do look pretty nice actually. So an RR, that is also higher rarity. So you're not guaranteed an RR in every pack, but you are guaranteed an R, like a rare card. And you usually get around 6 per box. If I pulled any of the signed free cards that low-key make my year, we got extremely lucky when we were pulling free run cards. It is I think we pulled 3 back to back to back. 2 were from the boxes that Weiss Schwartz gave us, and then 1 was from my own personal collection of free run boxes. And we got Himmel, we got Fern, and then we got the demon commander, who Fririn told to kill herself, which was savage as fuck. Sonic Taste Chaser Isabel. Damn! Burning Scourge Nilester. And then Sprint Volkwang. Another R. And then here's our common rare, or climax rare, sorry. These are, the sideways cards are called climax cards, I believe. And they set, actually I don't know what they do, but they have different effects from like the regular cards. So like you set your front line, then you set your like climax area, stuff like that. I really gotta learn how to play this game so I can explain it better, but I love collecting these cards. I need to find new binders and get KTC to help with organizing these again. Did I finish Fririn? I did not finish Fririn. I apologize. I am sorry. Turn up the volume. That's a name, all right. Wow. Professional maid leader Coco, the Great Escape. Also, yeah, if you've never played Nikkei before, then this is what you're getting in the game. So it's as far as gacha games go, the fan service is there, if you know what I mean. Noise classic. The fan service is really there. Sheesh. Miracle Snow. I think this is probably from like the Christmas events, I'm guessing. But I suggest you play the game if you want to know more about those characters. It's just a suggestion. Listen, man, between this and all the other games I got going on, it's very hard to commit to any one particular game. Although, does Nikkei have a lot of do they have a lot of AFK mechanics, or is it mostly just the shooting, the shooting through the missions and whatnot? I have friends who like fully commit to AFK games. Like they download AFK games, as many as they can, and then just grind them. Just shooting. What about the solo leveling game? I couldn't get too into it. After putting so many hours into Genshin, actually years into Genshin, I think I put 1.5 years, and I played like maybe 6 hours a day every single day. It was a lot. Showtime Blanc. Okay, another RR for the rares, and then Ennis, Roar Nev, and AZX Bird. Here we go. This one's pretty cool too. This is like the one of the key visuals. I even watched all of Arcane for Sam to watch. I am going to watch, guys. I am going to watch Farron. I promise. I promise you, I will watch Farron. I swear to God. A lot of new gachas do have auto farm mechanics, so you're right. Unknown, what's up, man? How you doing? I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing? We just you missed a quiz. Twitch chat let me down again. They gotta try their best next time. But talked a bit more about solo leveling. What I was gonna do initially today was just talk about ReZero because I was planning to watch the entire thing, finish it up, and then get ready to make my videos on it. But I never got around to actually finishing the rest of the anime yet, so I just had to do the quiz instead. Very nice, like this card. I don't know, Twitch chat really pulled through. How many points did you bet, Danny? Did you bet all your points? You're going on a 20-hour flight, plenty of time. See, the thing is, listen, with a show as good as Frieren, I can't watch it when I'm not fully immersed, right? Like, I'm not going to sit down and disrespect a show as good as Frieren by watching it on a plane, all right? I need to be sitting down on the couch, no one talking to me, fully focused on, Frieren, like that specific anime. That's all I'm going to be watching, right? I can't be watching it on a plane on a small screen because, what happens if an emotional scene happens and I start tearing up? I can't start tearing up on the plane. It just wouldn't. It wouldn't hit the same, Excuses. They're not. You guys would rather me watch Frieren on the plane than fully enjoy it. Really. Laplace Buster, Memories of Blue Butterfly. Ooh, another pretty good one. Another very nice SR on this one. So you can't really see the holo because the light doesn't reflect that great off of it, but it looks really, really nice. So say 50-50 Epinel, and the texture is real nice as well. Terrorist Crow, Powering Up Miranda, Pure Love Modernia, and then Dazzling Cupid. Sheesh. Sam is the real letdown. To be honest, you guys, I'm sure for those who are watching on YouTube, you can see on the screen how Twitch chat treats me. You can see how they abuse me and talk all this shit to me. YouTube doesn't treat me like that, Nova Space, thank you so much for the gift sub to Z10. Appreciate you, buddy. We are making you grow as a person or what? Take it easy, Vlad. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with us. Appreciate you. Eddie, I don't think you can call Frieren slop. That's a bit rude to Frieren and those who really like Frieren. Or you're saying I watch slop on the plane? Yes. I will watch junk anime on the plane, or shonen that I know won't be incredible. Jesus Christ. Okay. Shonens that won't be that don't require my full attention, or I know won't be too emotional and whatnot. So cancel sub. Don't do that, please. See you again. Yo, some of these I think usually you only get 6 per box, but if we get more, then it's probably going to be either an SR or a... Actually, I don't know. With the new rates, it's hard to say what you will get. Penetrating Stare. Words can kill sin. But yeah, to be honest though, usually on the plane, I sleep the entire time. It doesn't matter what vehicle it is. If it's a moving vehicle and it bumps a little bit, it rocks up and down, I will instantly fall asleep. It could be a boat, it could be a train, it could be a horse carriage, it could be anything, and then I'd fall asleep on it. For real. Made in Valentine. In the back of the box it says the rates. Well, I think on the bottom it says the rates, right? Let's see. It doesn't say per box though, I don't think. Damn, they have an 100 SRs? Holy shit. 40 SPs? No way. 40 SPs is wild if that's true. That means they... Wait, do they have... How many... Are there more than 40 characters in Nikke? Oh my gosh, everyone's at... I told you, during the YouTube stream, we don't do... Okay, wait, let me see. Second hand... Okay, fine, let me put this on. Let me pause this. And then put this on. Oh my lord. Oh, this is... Wait, this kind of hits. This song actually kind of hits a bit. Oh. I'm a sucker for melodic, like epic melodies, kind of like this with the with like the piano in the background. This is actually really good. Yo, what's up, Dark Assassin? How you doing, buddy? You still playing with fast fire in them or what? All right, let's see. Vendetta, Turkey Bomber, Bunny X77. I didn't even see that there was another chick there. Jesus Christ. You know what? This song reminds me. You guys ever watch King, or sorry, K Return of the King, K Return of Kings, or the K Project? This is what their OST sounds like. I have not read Lord of the Mysteries. Sorry, Slime. Yeah, Zaya, we just opened up some Nikke cards. Thank you, Weiss, for sending these to me. Appreciate y'all. If you want to purchase a box yourself, you should be able to. Just type in !_ Weiss in chat. I think these dropped on the 18th, so only a couple days ago. Another SR. I was not expecting another SR. So 3 SRs in 12 packs is actually incredibly good. So let's add that to the pile of rares. I will say they have a lot of usually per set they only have like 5 or 6. I've seen quite a few different ones of the climax cards, which is nice. K Project was really good. I think K Project was ahead of its time. Something about the tone just felt a bit off, but K was really, really good. Alright, last pack. Here we go. Okay. Drake? The Drake Special. Miracle of Makeshifts. Memories. Fair and Square. Fat Cat. Powering Up. And Proceeding with the Plan. Finally, Cherry Blossom. Another new Climax Rare. Very nice, very nice. So pretty good selection of cards. Fan of the art. Big fan of the art. Got 3 SRs, so pretty good pulls out of it. If you guys, thanks again to Weiss for sending me this, and you know if you wanna purchase them yourself, you can. So it's over here in like the description. You can see. I'll tell you like where your local stores are and whatnot, but. For me, I'm more of a fantasy type of guy, so I purchase the like Freerins and the Slimes and all those, but these are pretty nice, not gonna lie. These are just a quick recap of the pulls we got. Actually, let me sleeve these up, just in case. Let's put this one there. W stream, I think I'm too weird for this kind of stream. May peace be. Hey, anybody's welcome for to chill in these streams. Don't worry, man. You're all good. Red Hood's your favorite. Very nice. I should play it like a little bit more. just to see what's up. I actually did play it for like a couple weeks when the ReZero collab came out. So that was fun. The more you bully Sam, no, we don't accept bullying out here. Chat only bullies me, but that's about it. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I got for the YouTube stream. I'll stick around on Twitch for a little bit longer, maybe like 5 more minutes. But I'm gonna turn off the YouTube stream. I hope you guys had a good time. Once again, I want to thank Weiss for sending me that box of cards, and yeah, congrats again to Euphemic Dream for winning the quiz. Don't worry, I'll be in touch with you on Discord, and I'll send you your prize. But YouTube, I will catch y'all in the next stream whenever it happens. I don't know when the next time I'm doing a quiz is, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, I'll catch you later, YouTube. Peace.